Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. Hope you guys are all doing well. Now, things seemingly have moved very quickly in Manchester United's hunt for an interim manager, as we get an exclusive report from The Athletic, David Ornstein and Laurie Whitwell, where they say Manchester United have reached an agreement with Ralf Rangnick to become our interim manager. Yes, that will see him join the club until the end of the season as our manager, but also, even better news for me, there's an agreement there for him to hold a role at the club for 2 years beyond next summer, which, when Manchester United get the next manager in, to have someone like Ralf Rangnick still in the club would be massive for Manchester United. And somehow, because I doubt this is through careful planning and strategic thinking, somehow Manchester United could be stumbling upon a very good framework for success at the club. But let's not speak too soon. We'll go through the reports here in The Athletic, get some more reaction as well, get a little bit more of information on Ralf Rangnick, and of course, you guys get your thoughts in the comments below as well. Make sure you subscribe into AdamMcKola TV, hit that like button, and as I said, get your comments in below. The report from Laurie Whitwell and David Ornstein is as follows. Ralf Rangnick has reached an agreement with Man United to become their interim manager. The 63-year-old, who is seen as the godfather of modern coaching in Germany, is leaving his job as head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow to take up the role. Now, we heard earlier on in the day that he was one of 5 people, which included Valverde and a few other names, Fonseca, Lucien Favre as well. He was one of a number of names that were thought of highly in regards to being Manchester United's interim manager. Now it's seemingly him that is taking the role. The Athletic understands the agreement is subject to Rangnick's current club Lokomotiv agreeing to release him from his contract, although United do not anticipate this to be a problem. He's agreed a 6-month deal until the end of May, and he will have a further 2 years in a consultancy role. So 2.5-year deal at the club, 6 months of that as our interim manager. Now, at Red Bull Leipzig, at RB Leipzig, he was massive in their rise through the divisions in Germany. He obviously occupied the managerial position on occasion, but mainly a director of football there. Work permit reasons mean he will not be in charge in time for the weekend's game at Chelsea. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was dismissed as United manager on Sunday after the 4-1 defeat to Watford. The result left them 8th in the Premier League. United made it clear they would look to hire an interim manager until the end of the season, and they quickly moved for Rangnick, who has previously managed Hannover, Schalke, Hoffenheim and RB Leipzig. He also took little-known German side Ulm to the Bundesliga for the first time in their history at the start of this century. He has had significant success as director of football. He held that role for both RB Leipzig and Salzburg from 2012 onwards, while having brief stints of manager at Leipzig. After Rangnick took that role, Leipzig rose from the regional league, the 4th tier, to the Bundesliga. Now, you know, this is a huge appointment, in my opinion, for Man United, and one of the best choices we could have got for this interim manager. Now, you guys know that I want Mauricio Pochettino as Manchester United's next manager. I like Erik ten Hag as well. I wouldn't mind him at all. Zinedine Zidane would be a great shout. He clearly doesn't want Man United. I'm looking at Poch or ten Hag to take over next summer. I've got a video coming out with 10 reasons why I think Poch is the next Manchester United permanent manager, or should be at least. But in terms of an interim and someone to come in, coach the team, build some solid foundations with the team and tactically, and you look at, you know, the style of football that Ten Hag and Poch and would want to play, and it's not a far cry from what Rangnick will try to bring to the team in terms of the pressing and those kind of parts of the tactics. And as it says here in the Athletic article, what will Rangnick bring to United? Primarily a defined playing style. Rangnick has long been recognised as one of the first people behind the now commonplace organised collective pressing that most modern sides use. He developed that style after a friendly against Dynamo Kiev in 1984, who were managed by tactical visionary Valery Lobanovsky. So obviously he comes from a great school of tactical thinkers, and is someone that has inspired, you know, coaches like Jurgen Klopp, Tommy Tickles, Julian Nagelsmann, Ralph Hasenhüttl, etc. Something of a mentor, as The Athletic would describe him. Huge appointment for Manchester United, in my opinion. And like I said, something that actually gets me excited for the future now. And we were hearing reports that Man United maybe could have made Pochettino happen right now. And it obviously looks like that isn't the case. And I'm not against United not, fully putting all their eggs in the Poch basket, looking to get him, bring him in now, force that situation, when this is a very good option to see us over. And if the deal also means getting Ralf Rangnick involved in the club, alongside the likes of John Murtough, Darren Fletcher, having his influence in it, and hopefully Woodward's gone by then. He has less influence on the club. You'd think the club is in much better hands from a structural perspective, and in terms of footballing thinkers as well. Obviously, that doesn't mean we're going to go and win the league or win the Champions League now, but we've got a much better chance than we had before. And we have a much better chance than we would have with most other interim managers. But mainly, it's going to be great to see this team looking better and looking more prepared in terms of going into games. It's going to be a big culture shock for a few players. I imagine it'll be interesting to see how he works with Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo is a great goal scorer. He's got great movement, great instinct inside the box. But he's going to want the collective to do everything and press. And that's not just Cristiano Ronaldo. There's other players as well. What will he do with that midfield? That's another interesting aspect to all of this. So it's a huge appointment for Manchester United. An interim appointment, a temporary appointment. But that 2 years is a big one for me as well. That consultancy or whatever that is. Hopefully they bloody listen to him. Because they'll have a lot of sense and a lot to add to the club. But going forward after this Chelsea game, or whenever it's finally announced, and we'll get that announcement here and on Stretford Paddock, make sure you're keeping it locked, subscribing to both. We'll bring you that news. But what an appointment. Just to add to the reports from The Athletic as well, we also have MEN reporting that Ralf Rangnick flew into Manchester at the start of the week. He had initially rejected an offer from United, but then accepted new terms. Fabrizio Romano added that the consultancy position over a longer term basis was vital in Ralf Rangnick accepting the interim job at Manchester United, and United eventually accepted these conditions, which were vital in him leaving Lokomotiv Moscow and joining Manchester United. Great news for us. And if you want to know a little bit more about him, here's something from his article with the Coach's Voice that he did, which explains his style of football in his own words, and also includes a great quote at the end. He said, "The style we like is a very proactive kind of football. High pressing, counter-pressing football with fast, proactive counter-attacking. Success is most important, but football is also about entertainment." Whatever happens, it's going to be a decent ride between now and the end of the season. And hopefully United's next appointment will be a good one that can follow on as well. And we can have some forward thinking. Oh, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, get your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, I'm out of here.